In the next episode of the movie, viewers will be told about the intriguing details to watch. An encore episode of Y&R aired on June 7, 2001. This episode is part of Love Week. Romantic. In this episode, Billy Abbott and Mackenzie Mac Browning will leave Abbott and go to Billy's house to talk. Billy and Mac will want to be a couple in public, but they will be worried about what Jill Abbott and Brittany Hodges can meet. Next on Y&R, Mamie Johnson and Nate Hastings will leave Crimson Light, while Olivia Winters will talk to Malcolm Winters, asking him to wait until Nate finishes with the school before finishing school. Serve the papers. Malcolm will remind Olivia that Nate may want him to join the family softball game later this month and he will wait for the paperwork. However, Malcolm would say that Olivia would have to explain to Nate when he wondered why Malcolm could not attend the game. Meanwhile, at Abbott, Jill will cling to Jack Abbott for helping Mac and Billy get back together. Jack's view is that you can't fight nature mother and Jill needs to leave Billy and Mac alone. Brittany will then come to look for Billy and she will say that she saw JT Hallstrom at Crimson Light. Brittany will think that what's going on between Billy and Mac is just a small setback and all she needs to do is talk sweetly to Billy to like her again. Jill and Jack will then tell Brittany that Billy and Mac are back together. Brittany is amazing. Jill will complain that Brittany did not do her job. Brittany will leave, and Jack will kick Jill out of his office. Sean Bridges will tell Jill to get it together and leave the kids alone. Next on Y&R, Christine Williams will call Paul Williams's apartment, but Isabella Bronte will answer. It turns out, Paul will take a shower at that time and Isabella will take the opportunity to tell Christine about the fact that she will be in back with Paul at the apartment. Paul will appear and take the phone from Isabella. Christine would not like it, and she and Paul would have a tense conversation, resulting in Christine hanging on him. Paul will then tell Isabella that he will have to arrange for her somewhere else, because of his marriage to Christine. Next, Nick Newman and Sharon Newman will enjoy a romantic setting in a tent Nick will arrange. Sharon and Nick will wear Arabic costumes and will have a great day in the tent. The musicians will serenade them when they dance. Christine will then receive a call from Michael Baldwin and she will make the call to voicemail, thinking it is Paul. Christine will pick you up when she hears that it is Michael and Michael will surprise her by telling her about an opportunity to work in Australia. Michael will then be surprised when Christine expressed interest in the opportunity and asked for more details. Meanwhile, Neil Winters and Alex Perez will talk when Victor Newman returns from the business trip. Alex will leave the room, and Victor will want to know if Neil has a personal relationship with Alex. Neil will say that his relationship with Alex is purely business. Malcolm will then visit Neil, asking for advice for some ideas to help Alex feel special. Neil would advise Malcolm about the need to keep things simple and not do something like run to Las Vegas to party. One is Michelle Stafford, who plays Phyllis Newman, and the other is Melissa Clarigan, who plays Chelsea Lawson. Both female characters are related to Nick and have spent a lot of time interacting on screens to easily determine why he has become close to them over the years. He recently had a chat with Soap Opera Spy about his friendship and we have all the details of what he said about his lovely and talented women for you right here. The Young and the Restless once the soap continues to produce. She recently completed her role as Kristen DiMera on Soap, Days of Our Lives. Does that mean she can decide to go back to The Young and the Restless, and now might be a good time too? Right now, daytime soap production is delayed, which means they have time to look over the scripts and stories and change if they want to. Especially when shooting movies, it may look different when filming continues. Finally, on Y&R's Encore on Tuesday, Alex and Olivia will face each other, which will lead to a debate about Alex's motives when trying to help Malcolm get his son back. Olivia will say that Alex ruined everything and everything was fine before she appeared. Stacy first debuted on the show back in 2009, playing a character named Mary Jane Benson. However, she will soon be revealed to be Paul's younger sister, Patty Williams. After she was sent to an organization, Stacy returned as Patty's therapist with the name of Dr. Emily Peterson. It may be a good idea for them to bring a therapist, especially since many characters will be fine to meet her. Especially if they write in a pandemic into a plot. Stacy talked to the soap hub about her stance when returning to daytime soap, Y&R. She continued to say, "Oh, yes. CBS The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates show that you love him or you really love him. When it comes to Y&R star Eric Braeden, fans can't get enough of him. Here are 5 of his 5 reasons that prove there is only one mustache, both on and off the screen." Let's face it, the coming generations will talk about Victor Newman and how he's always been a calculated force with The Young and the Restless. He is a legend for a reason. While Victor Newman has done some very dirty and dangerous things for his enemies in the past, he is also someone who loves and protects his family and his family's business with everything he does. Actor Eric Braeden did an incredible job of providing both the best and the worst at Victor. Sometimes, it's really not as important as how much or how little the character says in a scene, especially if it happens with a lot of raw emotions. And that is exactly what Eric did, especially when Victor Newman faced the challenge. But again, there really isn't a mountain so high that Victor can't expand, right? He said it all, he heard it all, and he did it all. It could be due to his European roots or the fact that he's always been a straight shooter, but Eric Braeden is one of the very few people in the entertainment industry who says. That is probably one of the many reasons why fans love him so much. But looking at how he has been in the industry for so long, Eric is someone who doesn't need to see what he says or is always politically correct. In Eric's world, you're wrong or you're right. There are no middlemen. Although there have been many people talking about daytime television in the past, there are very few people for the credit industry that it deserves. Thankfully, the soap world has people like Eric Braeden telling the truth. The actors are not only one of the most talented people around, but all the people from backstage also help create magic. The reason why so many people love Eric is that he really recognizes everyone and gives them the credit they deserve. It's no secret that there are a number of actors and actresses out there who use the TV industry during the daytime as a jump to hope for bigger and better opportunities in the world or original screens. Wide. But not Young and the Restless Eric Braeden. He works very seriously. He has been with The Young and the Restless for more than 4 decades and he is always the same effort, perseverance and energy in every scene he participates in. And just thinking, he's not near the end either. Watch this space because we feel like a lot of things still come from Eric Braeden. Ashley Abbott has chosen to do it herself since 2018. Her last romantic relationship is with Ravi Kapoor, Abhi Sinha. The same pairing didn't develop, then Ashley chose to focus on founding My Beauty. Y&R fans recount that Ashley was married to Victor Newman on 2 occasions, one in the 1990s and another in the 2000s. Whether she will find her love for a friend your old life, or other important people, or find someone a topic that should be discovered when new episodes start airing. How each person develops personal talent is a unique experience. Ashley is a chemist who has created many products to help build Abbott over the years. One of the more recent boasts that Davidson worked with Dina Murjwan assisted in discovering a letter that John Abbott wrote many years ago. Its content shows John's desire that Ashley be given control of the products she creates. Jack Abbott was forced to cede power, with Ashley establishing My Beauty in Paris, France. But Ashley's desire to work independently only existed for a short time, when she came to an agreement with Jack to allow My Beauty and Abbott to join forces. Dina's worsening condition is also a major factor in her children's relationship. Victor Newman then became one of the 2 greatest loves of Ashley's life, with Brad Carlton, the other. Victor is quoted as having married him twice and they had Abby Newman. Ashley's marriage to Brad represents her longest union, since they were married from the beginning to the mid-2000s. Victor has done very well in recent years. They have had ups and downs, but have been married for a while, though that hardly meant they would be together. Ashley and Victor have sought advice and comfort for each other on many occasions. It is certainly possible to believe that they can do so again, especially considering the stress effect that Dina's situation is having on the Abbott family. At the same time, Nikki told Vicki Newman about Adam Newman's childhood crimes, causing Victor to feel betrayed. Reconnecting with previous love concerns, or a new character can be created that will allow Ashley to pursue love. But Vashley's history will quickly allow a familiar couple to be presented to the audience. Viewers will be able to watch a special romantic romance week in the program to commemorate some special romantic moments for some of the key couples of the Genève city over the years. The episodes will begin in 1986. Y&R viewers won't want to miss this exciting romantic trip, so keep reading to see what's in store this week.